Aries rising, welcome to your January 2025 astrology forecast. First up, your chart ruler Mars is moving into Cancer, lighting up your fourth house space on January 6th. Mars is still retrograde and will continue to be so until late February. Mars here is highlighting all the themes of Cancer: home, family, mom, dad, the breast, the womb, and emphasizing the moon as the ruler of Cancer. So this month, pay particular attention to the moon and its transits, as they will be impacting you even more than usual. Your emotions are likely to be erratic and ever-changing, so avoid impulsivity, and you'll likely be changing your mind and or feeling differently in a day or two. Venus is moving into Pisces on January 2nd, lighting up your 12th house space of spirituality, alone time, behind the scenes action, isolation, faith, mystery, and psychic activity. Venus is the planet of love, desire, relationships, finances, pleasure, and art. This planetary placement could indicate an expanded output of creativity, stronger intuition, or a focus on spirituality and unconditional love, and even the idea of sacrifice. Keep an eye on your finances and recognize that you may not be seeing circumstances and people how they truly are due to that Neptunian influence. It's important to be mindful of escapism this month as well. The 12th house, being ruled by Neptune along with Venus, can create a desire to resist the present moment. The North Node moves into this 12th house on January 11th, where it will stay until 2026. This is a destiny point, urging you to focus on your relationship with 12th house themes. So your 4th house and your 12th house are really being highlighted and focused on this January. And if you're still a little shaky or unsure what the 4th and 12th house are all about, be sure to dive into that, Google it, and relate it back to whatever is going on with you once we get there, once we get into January. But the 4th and the 12th house are major here. So with the North Node moving into Pisces, the South Node is moving into Virgo, the opposite sign of Pisces, and that is hitting on your 6th house. The South Node wants you to let go of rigidity, overthinking, unhealthy routines, and any tendencies that you may have for over-criticism and the need to control. So those are kind of more Virgo traits. And with the North Node being in Pisces, you want to embody Pisces as much as you can, especially in your 12th house space. So it's all about you having faith and really honing your intuition, listening to your inner knowing, and kind of staying out of the way right before your birthday season rolls around. Mercury enters Capricorn on January 8th, lighting up your 10th house space. Mercury is the planet who is the messenger, the comedian, the analyst, and the small mind. He governs short distance travel, cars, and with this Capricorn influence, communication becomes practical, disciplined, and structured. You may be thinking and talking more about career, excelling in leadership and business and public speaking. You're likely more strategic, authoritative, and goal-oriented, but it's also important for you to pay attention to your relationship with fear and failure. And remember that perfection is not the goal here. Take your time and get clear on what you see for yourself long term. You may experience upward movement in your job with this sort of placement, or even be asked to travel for work. So keep that in mind as a possibility. On January 13th, we have the first full moon of 2025 in the sign of Cancer, lighting up your 4th house space and shining light along with Mars on the 4th house, emphasizing the themes of your parents, your home, your ancestry, on real estate. This moon sextiles Uranus and Taurus, lighting up your 2nd house of values, money, and resources. Sextiles are great. They're full of potential for positive change. Since Uranus is involved, it can be unexpected, innovative, and even shocking changes to things that may impact your home, the people in your home, or where you call home. So some of you could be having some unexpected upgrades in your house. You could be changing locations, moving locations. A roommate could be moving out. But generally positive surprises in the home space, positive opportunities for surprising events within your home space. January starts with the sun in Capricorn, emphasizing that 10th house space around your career. And while it's in Capricorn, you see clearly what's working for you and what needs to change. And then when Mercury makes its way into Capricorn on January 8th, you finally know how to move forward. You feel more confident about what your next steps are. Once you receive this information, the sun then moves into your 11th house of Aquarius on January 19th. And we have a whole new set of themes being emphasized. Your dreams, your goals, connection, technology, innovation, friendships, networks. All of these areas will be reinvigorated. On January 27th, Mercury joins the sun in Aquarius, encouraging even more communication and travel between friends and community members. You're clearer on who and what you want in your life, and Mercury helps connect those dots. You'll likely feel very chatty, social, and sharp-minded. It's also important to remember that Pluto moved into Aquarius, again, lighting up your 11th house. This happened toward the end of 2024, and it's a relatively new energy that we will be working with for the next 20 years. And this is bringing radical change to your 11th house space, all those themes around friendship, networks, connections, goals, dreams, those sorts of things. So with Pluto, Mercury, and the sun in the 11th, you're getting a glimpse into what the next 20 years may be bringing to this area of your life. And we're not done with this Aquarius energy yet, because on the 29th of January, the sun and the moon will both be in your 11th house. When the sun and the moon are together, this is a new moon, and it's a new moon in the sign of Aquarius. So it's important for you to set your intentions now on 11th house themes, your friends, networks, technology, and personal dreams for the future, as these intentions are the starting place that you will get to reflect back on multiple times, but the culmination of it will be in 20 years. And yes, that sounds and feels really far off, but it's important work that we're doing, thinking about where we would like to be, what we would like to do, what we see ourselves accomplishing in that span of time. And finally, on January 30th, Uranus stations direct in the sign of Taurus, helping you to further revolutionize your money, values, relationships, and resources in your 2nd house. Taurus is the I have of the zodiac. And Uranus is changing what you think you have in this area. Your tarot cards for this month are perfect. The Hermit, the Lover, and the King of Wands all came out with a special message and reminder for you. The Hermit is letting you know that January is an important time, Aries rising, for you to spend some time reflecting, spend some time out of the spotlight, decompressing from the holidays, integrating any knowledge that you may have gained and turning it into wisdom through practice and application. The Hermit is all about getting to know your inner space, the inner you, the inner workings of your mind, before reintegrating into society and sharing everything that you've learned. The Lover's card is next, showing that you are making new decisions around the types of relationships and friendships that you want to show up for. The Lovers here are naked, displaying their vulnerability. The Lovers also represent a choice that needs to be made, and we're inundated with choices every single day of our lives. But with the Lovers here, it's important for you to choose your path. And the King of Wands is showing, again, the importance of making goals that are aligned with the things that you're passionate about, and then getting really serious about them, looking toward the future and making well-informed decisions in the present to help you get to that future. The King of Wands is so serious. He's so for real. And he's ready for whatever is coming next, whatever and wherever life is taking him next. So no, you don't have to be serious necessarily in terms of your personality, but you do need to get serious about what your goals are, what your dreams are, and who you are taking along for the ride. So I hope that serves you. I am intending that it does. And have a great January.